Welcome back from Pax Europiana here from Vienna, from the Austrian Parliament. It's 5 months now that the war has started. Of course, the war started 2014, let's never forget, with this unforgivable annexation of Crimea and the attack on Donbass. And we have looked away for too long. And now 5 months of war and very unclear and confused response from Europe. And it's time for more solidarity and it's time for decisive action. I have now posted on my Twitter account a 10-point plan for what Austria and Europe must do together with NATO to end this war and to decisively contribute to Ukraine victory. And I want to release it here as a video as well. I want to make it very clear, first of all, we have to have a complete trade embargo against Russia. No uranium, no gas immediately. Trade with Russia in all aspects must be outlawed completely. And that's the only serious way to end this war, first of all. And we can live without Russian gas, absolutely. We lived before without Russian gas, then we started this complicity, this kind of treasonous cooperation, but we can absolutely live without Russian gas. What we need to do is, of course, some economic measures to change our energy system. I will outline them one by one. First of all, end all trade with Russia. Secondly, offer Ukraine the euro. The 25% devaluation has shown how important it is at this moment to offer the euro for Ukraine and also to make a new debt deal of 1.5 trillion to fund the costs of the reconstruction, the war, the victory, the rearmament of Europe, the energy transition in one big package, which I have outlined already. Fourth, it's time for NATO intervention west of the Dnieper River with a no-fly zone and also with a serious NATO intervention. All troops of Russia must be fought and the airspace must be protected west of the Dnieper. The reconquest Ukraine has to do alone, but we can militarily support them with all arms much better once we have stabilized all positions west of the Dnieper. And that's the next point, we must arm Ukraine fully with all military arms we have. This kind of piecemeal, one by one, yes, one rocket here, one missile here, one tank here, that's crazy. That must end. We must turn Europe into the arsenal of democracy, like America was the arsenal for European democracy in World War II. Now it's time to do that for Ukraine from the side of the Europeans. We have to, also that's why Austria has to join NATO, because all these neutrality provisions have to end and we have to make sure that we fully arm Ukraine with all our industrial capacities and fiscal might and technology capacity. This is important, and so they can reconquer Crimea, Kherson, Zaporizhzhia. I know everybody is a bit angry with me because I really couldn't care less. For Donbass it will be very expensive and it is a big mess there. Anyhow, if that's a necessary compromise to leave Russia the Donbass, it will be never recognized. It will be like a GDR and we will reconquer and regain it, but peacefully by non-military means in the future because of Ukraine's success inside the European Union with the euro as currency, inside the customs union. We have to win that as well economically. That's why the euro, that's why Ukraine in the EU customs union immediately. That's also why we need this package to have the fiscal costs organized, and also then what else, the integration of the infrastructure. Obviously that's very important that we have the railway system integrated, because waiting on any deals with the Russians, like this failed grain deal now in the Black Sea, and then immediately comes the rocket. That's of course a complete disaster. What we need to do is to integrate Ukraine's railway system fully into the European railway system, and that's the best way to move ahead in that aspect. So I think that was all points. It's 10 points from time to time. The fiscal deal, the euro, the labor market opening, the railway integration, the NATO intervention, the customs union. Then I have made all points. The trade embargo. Yes, I think I have covered most of the points. If not, please check at my Twitter handle. I've released the 10-point plan there as well. And it's at Fellinger, Günther without H, I put it, Fellinger. You can see my Twitter handle very well. Good, I think that's the most important way to win this war and also to defeat Russia, and that's what we should do. And please, Austria, join NATO, because that's the way forward to also have the possibility to also militarily, industrially to support Ukraine. Who is with Russia, please, can from my side move to Russia. It's absolutely fine. We don't need citizens who are pro-Russian, and we don't need new member countries who are pro-Russian. You can always move there if you like authoritarian dictators so much. It's always possible to do that. Thanks a lot here from this campaign day on the 24th of July, and for victory of Ukraine, for European Ukraine in European Union and NATO, and with the Euro. Thanks a lot. Slava Ukraine. More to come from Pax Europiana. Bye.